center, 7 feet 4. A senior from Newland, North Carolina, Tommy Burleson. Number 42, forward, 6'7", a junior from Hammond, Indiana, Tim Stoddard. Number 44, David Thompson, a junior from Shelby, North Carolina. And the coach of the Wolfpack, Norman Sloan, in his staff. And that Thompson hit the floor. You couldn't hear anything. UCLA and North Carolina State are just about ready. We'll be back for the opening tip-off in a moment.
Took me 20 years to get what I've got today. Nice house, comfortable, good-looking cars. Then along comes the gas shortage. They say one of my cars ought to be a small car. I say, okay, show me a small car that's right for a guy like me. They say, look at a Buick. I say, Buick? Buick doesn't make small cars. Look at the Apollo, they say. So I looked. And not only did I see that Buick sure does make a small car, but I see one that's got some room and comfort. And something else that makes sense. A 6-cylinder engine and a 21-gallon gas tank. Put them together, and you've got range. The capacity to help get you there and back. And that's just as important to me as miles per gallon. So I bought the Apollo. There's nothing wrong with a small car, as long as it's a Buick.
Apollo, the Buick of small cars.
All right, the officials assigned for this second game. Paul Galvin from the Southwest Conference, Richard Weiler from the Big Ten. There's the buzzer, and here we are for dream matchup number 2. But this one, what they say, counts in the standings.
Kurt, I hope that we can hear each other during this particular game. It's going to be something, and the people are up for it, and so are the players.
Bill Walton jumping against Tom Burleson. These semifinals and finals were sold out a year ago. 88,000 ticket requests on the first day. The tip is to Myers. And he keeps it in bounds. They're already booing. This is a home state crowd for North Carolina State. And the Walton, he's got it. Dave Myers hit him with a perfect pass. 2-0. Walton puts on any kind of a show like he did against Memphis State in the finals last year. He'll be devastating. Ronnie Cowell. UCLA plays a man-to-man. Burleson being covered by Walton. Walton hooks. Burleson hooks and ties it up. A 2-all.
And Kurt, it looks like a battle of the big men. Big Red and Big Tommy in there going at each other, each with the first hoop for their team.
Bill Walton at a high post. There's a steal by David Thompson. And they called him for turning the ball over. Turned the ball over. He ran out of bounds with it after he picked it off.
And any call against the Wolfpack will be one that will be totally unpopular with the crowd here today.
We just saw the North Carolina State coach, Norm Sloan, sit back down. All-court press in the Myers. Tommy Curtis. Walton on a pivot with his hook. He's got it. 4-2, UCLA. Bill Walton hit 2 shots in a row. There's a steal by Greg Lee. 3-on-2. And a foul on Monty Cowell. First team foul.
Actually, Kurt, it was a good foul. You know, we don't shoot the bonus. We don't shoot the free throw unless it's in the act of shooting. Cowell very alertly saw that there was a 3-on-2 coming down, and they were at a disadvantage. Smart play.
On the point is Tommy Curtis. Slider Myers, across court to lead him. Came up with a 2-guard offense this year. Stolen by Monty Cowell. He pops it. Walton clears the board. And a foul called on Tom Burleson. Second team foul on North Carolina State.
Here we go. Monty Cowell up for the 25-foot jumper. It's off the front of the rim. Big Bill Walton goes up, and you'll see Burleson foul him, trying to take it away.
The all-court press by North Carolina State. David Thompson covering Keith Wilkes. Walton shot. Traveled with the ball. A correct call. He walked away with it.
And you can see that Walton is offensive-minded today. There's John Wooden. saying, please give me some room. He needs all the operating space he can.
With his inevitable program rolled up in his hands. That's one of his trademarks. Keith Wilkes on David Thompson again. Wilkes held him to 17 points in the first inning. Thompson up and in. What a jumper.
Chris, that's their favorite play. They'll lob that ball to Thompson, and there's not one man on that floor that can come near to going up with it.
They say he can pick a quarter off the top of the backboard and leave the chain. Dave Myers. Listen. Jim Goddard hands it off to Mo Rivers. A tie game. They're just underway. Number 1 and 2 ranked team. Thompson shooting. Foul on Keith Wilkes. First foul on UCLA.
UCLA foul.
David Thompson has the touch. Norm Sloan just sets up in the Monte Carlo. Thompson's hit 74% of his free throws, 55% of his field goal attempts. He already has scored the most points in a season for North Carolina State, 26, and has the highest seasonal average, 26 points a game. Walton rebounds it. Walton get that ball out of the fast break. North Carolina State ahead 5-4. Dave Myers. Walton goes to the low post. Tommy Curtis coming off the screen by Myers. Monty Tao on Curtis. Mo Rivers on Lee. David, there's Lee breaking, and that shot is good. Goaltending call anyway. 6-5. Greg Lee hits the shot. 6-5 UCLA. 3 minutes gone. Monty Tao against Tommy Curtis. Tim Stoddard pushes it up. Bill Walton has the rebound. They start the fast break. They got a 3-on-2. Wilkes' shot is up. No good. Underneath. Myers shot blocked by David Thompson. What a block by David Thompson. He outjumped him. That shot is hit by Mo Rivers. 7-6 North Carolina State.
This is the beauty of David Thompson. He can hurt you so many ways, Chris.
A foul called on David Thompson. First foul on him. Third team foul on North Carolina State. Johnny Wooden. Jerry Cunningham to his right, his top assistant. Wooden's been through a lot of these. His team has won 38 tournament games in a row over the last 10 years. Keith Wilkes spinning. The shot won't go down. Burleson has the rebound. Mo Rivers across for North Carolina State. David Thompson fires. He's short with it. Wilkes takes the loose ball. Fast breaking 3-on-2. He penetrates off to Greg Lee. A foul is called on Keith Wilkes. Second on Wilkes. No basket.
Now, this will be a tough situation because it's Wilkes. Wilkes is expected to do the job on Thompson.
David Thompson is being taken out. Bill Spence is in.
I don't think it's for any particular reason except that Norm Sloan wants to get him over there, have him take a look at the action, maybe talk to him. Probably doesn't want him to get too exhausted right off the bat.
Mo Rivers to Tim Stoddard. Stoddard puts it up and hits it. 9-6 North Carolina State. Greg Lee. Tommy Curtis out on the point. With Lee. Spence on Lee. Lee lets it go and cracks it. 9-8 North Carolina State. 4 seniors on the starting 5 for UCLA. The only starter to be back next year will be Dave Myers, but they have some brilliant freshmen and sophomores, as usual. Burleson shot no good. Tommy Curtis coming down. Curtis beating and driving is Keith Wilkes. A patented UCLA fast break. 10-9, UCLA. 15 to go in the first half. Burleson off the post, and a foul on Bill Walton.
Here we go, big Tommy Burleson, faking left, coming back right. Walton all over him with the body. And Burleson will go to the line shooting 2.
Well, this game is starting off just as expected, furious and tight. And the score right now, with 14:54 to play in a half, UCLA 10, North Carolina State 9.
Freedom. Financial freedom. Freedom to live the way you want. Freedom to educate your children the way you want. Freedom to retire the way you want. Financial freedom. It doesn't come easy, but you don't have to go it alone. Merrill Lynch has 29 ways to help you fight for it, from tax-free bonds to retirement programs. Merrill Lynch wants to help you fight for your financial freedom.
For the second consecutive year, a nationwide survey of independent TV service technicians named one brand of color TV by more than 2 to 1 over the next best brand as needing fewest repairs, Zenith. And again, they named one brand more than any other as being easiest to fix, Zenith. Maybe that's why more TV service technicians continue to name Zenith as the brand they prefer to own. At Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Last foul was discharged to Bill Walton. In the first meeting between these two teams in December, Walton got in early foul trouble. 3 fouls in the first 9 minutes. Wooden's unhappy with the officiating. He's been yelling out at him. He's not the quiet man you think he is. He's an intense competitor.
He comes on as a quiet country preacher, but he is really a competitor. Stats, Kurt, in rebounds, UCLA play over North Carolina State.
Burleson shot no good. He hit 68% of his free throws. He and Bill Walton each got one personal. 1 out of 3 for North Carolina State from the line. David Thompson checked back in. And this game is tied at 10-all. Greg Lee against Mo Rivers. Spence on Myers. They're trying to front Bill Walton. Curtis lets his shot go. It is good. And it's 12 to 10 UCLA. He'll take it anyway.
I tell you, he really got a great bite of the rim on that time.
Underneath to Burleson. His shot is good to tie it up at 12-all. Burleson has 5 points. Walton has 4 points. The battle of the two giants. That's Steve Lowe. His shot is no good. He walked. He shuffled on his first step. North Carolina State fall. They've lost only 1 game the last 2 years. They've gone undefeated in their conference for the first time in the conference history 2 years in a row. Bill Spence's shot is good. 14 to 12. North Carolina State.
You know, you tend to think that North Carolina State is a 2-man team, but they really have good personnel, and they can go to the bench.
Walton off the lead. Lee driving. Passing to Walton. Blocked by David Thompson. David Thompson went high in the air to block it. Rivers drives and a foul call on Greg Lee.
David Thompson at 6'4", comes from nowhere. Here we are. We see Greg Lee faking, passing under Burleson to Walton. Walton goes up, and there's David Thompson, 6'4", going up and blocking the shot of a man.
I never saw a man his height jump like he does. He's got the greatest leaping ability I've ever seen.
Tremendous, sir.
Mo Rivers. This is his first free throw. 2 out of 5 for North Carolina State. 1 more for him. And North Carolina State has a 15 to 12 lead with 13:35 to go in the first half. UCLA won that first game. Pass is thrown away. It's off Burleson's hand. And Tim Stoddard's coming back into the game. And they give Tom Burleson a rest. Burleson has 2 fouls, and they get him out so he doesn't get in early foul trouble. 14th foul on North Carolina State. Tommy Curtis, a long jumper. Won't go down. David Thompson up to clear the ball. Gives it off to Mo Rivers. Thompson has 3 points. Monty Cowell missing outside. Greg Lee for the rebound. Greg Lee brings it down. Jumper. It's no good. Once again, David Thompson leaps up, cleans the board off. There's a dribble by him. The shot is up. No good. And that foul is called on Mo Rivers. 5 on North Carolina State. First foul on Rivers. Norm Sloan is settle down now.
The officials are calling the game very, very close, Chris, because it is an exciting game. There's a lot of bumping going out there, and they don't want it to get out of control.
5 team fouls in North Carolina State, 4 on UCLA. 15-12, North Carolina State ahead. Stoddard in there covering Bill Walton. There's Walton. Walking foul on Bill Walton.
Stoddard has a job in there. He's 6'8", got a big body, good, strong build. He has to keep Walton out of there while Tommy Burleson is on the bench.
I'm going to tell you, there was some pushing and shoving underneath Stoddard against Walton. Turnovers, 5 against UCLA, 2 against North Carolina State. Rivers shot just off the lip of the rim. Stoddard has a rebound. David Thompson displays almost a pure game. He doesn't put on a fancy show. Very workmanlike on the court. He just does his thing. He goes about it and does it marvelously well. Carolina State being delivered. David Thompson. Trying to get him to come out and take him. Ronnie Cowell trying to feed off. Walton's up for the rebound. Foul called on Stoddard. 16 foul on North Carolina State. First foul on Stoddard.
There's Stoddard going in. Walton goes up. And look at the range on him. Spreads out with the left to cup that ball, and he's fouled by Stoddard.
Tommy Curtis brings it down. We have 11:20 to go in the half. Walton beating Wilkes. Wilkes up for the short jumper and misses it. You don't see him miss that shot very often. Ronnie Cowell into the North Carolina State forecourt. David Thompson, All-American 2 years in a row, unanimously. Rivers. Spence back to Thompson. Jumper. Short. Rebounded by Tommy Curtis. Back breaking. Greg Lee up. Lee's shot won't go down. Stoddard has the rebound. And North Carolina State ball. UCLA can't buy a point right now. Rivers. Short with it. Walton blocked out Stoddard. Allowed Dave Myers to come up with it. Walton trying to screen for Wilkes. Wilkes drives, up he goes, and he's got it. Keith Wilkes in a drive to make it 15-14, North Carolina State. 4 points for Silk Wilkes. 4 for Walton, 4 for Greg Lee. High of the game is Burleson with 5, and he's on the bench right now. 10 minutes to go in the first half. We're at the halfway mark. David Thompson playing outside. Now trying to come off the pick by Thompson. Now driving underneath Lee. Tim Stoddard out of the corner. Got it. 17-14, North Carolina State.
Well, big man Stoddard has a great touch on that little 15-foot jumper, and he can't leave him alone.
He's quite a baseball pitcher, too. Dave Myers. Walton on a high post. Keith Wilkes up with his jump shot. Lee misses a tip. Mo Rivers clears the rebound. Tries to fast break it, but couldn't get away. Now he's off the fence. And goaltending call on Bill Walton. Walton says, I know it. I know it.
That ball had come off the backboard. Here's Mo Rivers coming down, looking up court. Finds Spence. Spence tries to hook. See, the ball is off the board and on this downward flight when Walton hits it.
4 points for Bill Spence. North Carolina State ahead 19-14. Dave Myers up with his jump shot. And right now, North Carolina State out rebounding. Thompson trying to pass. He should have taken the shot himself. Foul called on Mo Rivers. And now we have a bonus situation for UCLA. Second foul on Mo Rivers. And we're going to get a substitute, but right now there's an official timeout. And North Carolina State, vastly improved since they first met UCLA, is leading 19-14.
Since there are times you need a gasoline station, even when you don't need gasoline. Your independent Texaco retailer also stocks a complete line of quality automobile accessories, including top-grade tires and long-lasting batteries, just in case. At Texaco, we're working to keep your trust.
Coming up next after this NCAA basketball tournament game will be the Heritage Golf and Sea Pines Plantation, Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. First telecast ever of the Heritage Classic. Johnny Miller's in the lead, and he's had a hole-in-one today. And we'll be showing that to you probably at halftime.
And Kurt in rebounds. North Carolina State has out-rebounded UCLA 11-10, out-assisted them 6-3, and in turnovers, UCLA 5, North Carolina State 3.
Tommy Curtis, the senior from Tallahassee, Florida, has hit 83% of his free throws in a bonus situation of 19-15. UCLA has the second one, 19-16, North Carolina State. Marcus Johnson, a freshman, is into the game, number 54. Dave Myers taken out. Thompson throws it away. UCLA's ball. And another sub coming in. Andre McCarter from Philadelphia, sophomore, who sat out all last year, is in, and Tommy Curtis is out. UCLA trailing by 3. They were a 3-point favorite. Even though North Carolina State was ranked number 1, it's hard to go against the defending national champ. Bill Walton draws UCLA to within 1. Walton has 6 points. UCLA has the press on now. That's Stoddard out of the corner. No good. Keith Wilkes clears the board. Brings it down. Playing in his next to last game for UCLA. Goes Walton, Lee, Tommy Curtis. Greg Lee up. On the rebound, Bill Spence grabbed it for North Carolina State. 7:25 to go in the half. Thompson jump shooting. And he's not hitting. Here's Thompson again.